This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I'm Tim.
Tim, how are you doing
Pumped.
this week? Pumped. What are you pumped about?
I'm just pumped to talk to you.
Oh, that's cool, Tim. What a great attitude to come into the show with.
Do you think we'd be friends still if we didn't do this show?
No, probably not.
Right?
Yeah.
Because neither of us have the initiative to, get together.
Yeah, no. No, I never, I don't know, ask anyone to hang out ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
No, I was thinking about that today. I was like, is that why we do this show? Because, this is the,
'Cause this is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then once
It's not once a week we'll go out and, get a beer together.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll still get together for 4 or 5 hours every week. we'll still.
I mean, that's called hanging out with someone.
Yeah,
right?
but doing it every week as you get older, that's tough.
Yeah.
When you're young, you can hang out with people. You can do that with multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
The Mondays, I hang out for 4 hours with this guy. Tuesdays,
Tom,
4
I usually
hours
get
with
here
this
around
girl.
8:45, and I usually leave around 11:45. So it's 3 hours.
3 hours. Well,
Yeah.
It feels like 4. Feels
we
like 4
can't
or
even
5.
watch if you're like, hey, come on over and watch. Let's watch the hit movie Killers of the Flower Moon.
No,
I'd say
we
no.
wouldn't
We
have
don't.
enough time.
We simply don't have enough time to watch it.
Yeah. What if I said, no, I read an interview where Scorsese said you can play it at 1.125 speed.
Yeah,
if you
no,
need,
he's fine with that.
And he filmed it knowing that would be an option potentially.
Why it's so slow?
Did you interested in seeing this Megapolis?
You know, we were talking about the Francis Ford Coppola, his magnum opus,
Yeah.
the movie he's been trying to make his whole career, and then
Finally he started a wine vineyard, and enough people like The Godfather that they bought enough wine that he can make whatever the fuck he wants.
yeah. I don't.
Although I do think it's funny that, he did that, and then it was like, hey, how come nobody wants to distribute it? Well, what the fuck? Why is nobody buying this insane movie I made?
My vanity project isn't
I get
something
why
you're willing to stake your business
your
on.
entire studio on. I get why you didn't fund it up front, but now that it's done, surely you've got to see that this is going to be the next Avatar. Maybe even Avatar Way of Water.
Am I excited about it?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't think so. Are you?
Yeah, I'm always up for just a weird thing. Because I was reading about the audience interaction part recently.
Yeah. We're in the theater, and it's unclear if this is going to be at every screening or if it was just a festival thing.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be they're going to have to offer it both ways, I think, if they want wide distribution.
There's a point where someone on the screen, or there is supposed to be someone in the movie theater.
An employee.
Yeah, reading from a script and interacting
with Adam Driver.
It's Adam Driver.
Yeah. Star.
Who's on screen. Yeah, I mean, I would, okay. Hey. A lot of people that work at movie theaters are aspiring actors themselves.
Yeah,
if they could put on their resume.
I acted in a Francis Ford Coppola production.
I acted alongside. I had a scene with Adam Driver.
Yeah,
and it was in front of people. They paid to see it.
I mean, maybe thousands of people by the end of a run, easily probably if it's the same person doing it over and over. I was reading about that apparently is a compromise, that interaction with the theater employee, that the original version that I believe he shot was going to rely on the audience yelling answers and a computer system analyzing the answers, somehow getting what the sentiment amongst the entire theater is, and then playing a clip that is relevant to that.
Okay, well, he experimented with that kind of stuff in Twixt, right?
Yeah.
A movie that he made in 2011, where it was it was a road show, right?
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Dan did music for it.
Yeah, and he edited it live.
Yeah, so like every performance of it was different.
Right, yeah. Right. Yeah, so like he's into, which is cool. I mean,
that's cool. Apparently the new Brian Eno documentary has something, because he's all about like generative music and stuff. Like,
yeah.
But like, no, it's not about being weird. Tom, you always finish my sentences, and I feel like people get the impression that I'm a dumb guy. Yeah, because you finish all my sentences the way a dumb guy.
The dumbest response possible.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's not what I was gonna say.
I feel like you took a shit in your pants.
Oh God.
But yeah, Brian Eno's into generative stuff, like random stuff, all that
so
kind
I think
of.
There's an element of that.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff's fun.
It's all fun. Tom, have you ever seen a Francis Ford Coppola movie that you liked?
I played through Bram Stoker's Dracula.
What were you gonna call him?
Tim, you know what I was gonna call him. I played through Bram Stoker's Dracula on Sega CD, and that had a lot of clips from the movie that would play in between levels.
Yeah, was that good? Were you?
I mean, the Sega CD could only put, I believe, like 64 colors on the screen at one time.
That's a lot of colors.
64 colors?
Yeah. How many colors are there?
Oh no, Tim. Tim, have you seen an eye doctor lately?
It's close enough for Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's just like black, white, and red.
Well, then
and a few different shades of red.
That made it like even harder to tell what the hell was going on. A heavily compressed video, not the best way.
I think that's probably how he intended it, actually. Like the Godfather movies, shows?
I've never seen, no.
I saw The Godfather Part 1.
Right.
I was just like, all right, this is fine. I don't know. The film looks weird. I started to watch The Conversation, and and if anybody asks, Tom, don't tell anybody I said this. Because if anybody asks me, I'm going to say, oh, The Conversation, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Oh, love it. I turned it off after like 10 minutes. Don't tell anybody, though.
I won't tell anybody.
After 10 minutes, I was like, the sound sounds weird. You know how like the sound in
I don't even know
movie?
that one. What is The Conversation?
Gene Hackman.
Okay.
It's like about like spying on people, I guess. I don't know. I only watched the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know how a paranoid secretive surveillance expert has a crisis of conscience when he suspects that the couple he is spying on will be murdered. That seems kind of cool.
Yeah. It sounds like a taut thriller to me.
You know how movies in the 70s, you watch them and the sound sounds a little too tinny sometimes?
Yeah, it's like everybody that made this was drunk, it seems like.
Yeah, like, come on, you couldn't have gotten better microphone, or you can't, like, remaster it or something.
It
hurts my ears to hear. Like, they're typing on typewriters and it's like piercing your eardrums. Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So you can't watch anything from the 70s.
Yeah, I saw
unless it's been remastered in present day.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. I guess maybe I just don't like any movies from the 70s.
No, I know what you're talking about. Like they're mixed in a unique way that I assume is, you
can hear all the dialogue.
At the time and, what equipment was available and whatnot.
You saw The Outsiders, which he directed.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the movie Jack in theaters.
I always forget that he did Jack.
Yeah. Robin Williams plays a boy with Jack disease.
Right, the opposite of Benjamin Button's disease.
Yeah, he's like 7 years old, or he's in 5th grade, and he's got the hairy body of a middle-aged Robin Williams.
Yeah. Well, no, it said he just ages fast, right?
Yeah.
But not like... But there's an actual disease like that is not nearly as
Jack
hilarious.
Disease.
No, I'm saying like where kids like age very prematurely and then they look like an old person.
Yeah,
that's not called Jack disease.
I'm pretty sure.
No, because they're not actually aging. It's something else that's happening.
Yeah, I know. Robin Williams was pretending to be.
I know, but I'm just saying it's not all fun and games.
I know, but the movie was a lot of fun because Robin Williams.
Yeah. And he was acting like a little kid.
It was so fun they named a whole disease after it to
They
lighten the
didn't
mood.
name Tim. I mean, I let the Benjamin Button's disease thing slide. But, at some point I got to put my foot down about what I'm going to do. If I'm going to report you to the Board of Health and try and get your medical license revoked or not.
Tom, just because I've been diagnosing middle-aged men with Jack disease.
Yeah.
You're clearly,
they
clearly 9 years old.
They come in, they're like, having trouble, getting wood. That's what middle-aged men go to the doctor for. And you go, have you considered maybe you have Jack disease and you actually haven't gone through puberty yet?
Right. But I think the point is he has gone through puberty because his body is aging.
Was that part of the Jack movie that he had gone through puberty?
I think. I
guess he would have.
He was so hairy. He was Robin Williams at 40 years old.
Yeah, you can't. That won't happen unless you go through puberty.
Yeah,
huh?
That doesn't happen unless you go to werewolf school or you get bit by a werewolf or whatever. How does one become a werewolf?
Tim, this week we're talking home remedies.
Remedies that you apply at home.
The latest in our home episodes series, which also includes the episodes Home Alone, Home Alone 2.
Those were good episodes.
Fast Food at Home.
Yeah, that was a bad episode.
And Home Invasions.
That was a scary episode.
Yeah. And now Home Remedies.
Tom, do you like home invasion movies? I think we probably covered this on Home Invasion.
Yeah, probably. I do like home invasion movies. They scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like in a very believable way. Even though I don't like me and you both live in New York City, big apartment buildings. Like, I'm not afraid of somebody getting in my apartment.
Really?
I mean, I'm a little afraid. Like, I take precautions, but like the idea of like a home invasion,
booby traps.
Yeah. Oh, this place is
blowtorch above the door. That
Tim, you touch 90% of the metal surfaces in this house, you'll get electrocuted.
Don't I know it, Tom? That's why I keep coming here.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I'm one of those electrocution freaks.
Oh, okay. Well, that would explain my Con Edison bill. Yeah, but the idea of a home invasion where you're in a house in the woods, where you're removed from other people, where there are no nearby neighbors, and the people who have invaded your home have taken you hostage, or like you're in a safe room, but they're in the home and they're trying to get to you still, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
If I was in a safe room, I'd be brave about it.
Brave or cocky, you mean?
Yeah, both. What's the difference?
Like, would you be taunting them from inside?
I wouldn't be taunting them, but I think I'd be in the safe room going, these guys are going to get tuckered out and leave at some point.
Yeah.
I'm safe in here.
Would you, if you had like a big house, would you get a safe room? Like
a panic room. A
panic room. If you had the money. No, I'm talking about, like a bank vault. That would be the safest room of them all. You never hear about, there was a big tornado this week and it destroyed the bank vault. Nah, that money's all safe in there.
Yeah. Yeah. What does it say about society that we don't build a baby's crib out of the same thing we build a bank vault out of?
Yeah. Or just put them in bank vaults.
Yeah.
Seal them up at night, sleep tight.
Yeah. Don't worry about any tornadoes, young one.
Yeah. Or a home invasion, unless they've got the code.
Right. Would I build? It depends on how ostentatious.
How you acquired your wealth.
Yeah, I think so. And like, what the character of the home is.
Arms dealer.
I mean, just anything, I guess, these days, right?
What do you mean?
You acquire wealth, it's probably not through...
oh, no, but I'm just saying, if you're an arms dealer, probably more reason to want to have a...
Yeah, but like room. It's also like, the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if this is, ridiculously large house in like a more modest neighborhood, it's like,
right,
well,
that's going to stick out
as
a
target.
As a nice target. Yeah. So you would only want to live in a gated community away from all the poor people, is what you're saying.
I mean, if I had money, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I would probably build a panic room.
Watching the riffraff from your closed circuit TV inside your safe room.
Call it a panic room. Tom.
Panic rooms. Sorry.
I
mean, the safe room's the same thing, I think.
I don't know.
You're just thinking of David Fincher's Panic Room.
Yeah, I
am.
All
the time.
All the time. It's
You're
a good movie.
that,
I watched it recently. Not a bad movie.
Yeah. I remember you had your hair in cornrows like Jared Leto after that for weeks.
He was cool.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy on screen and off. I would build one in there maybe as a bit.
Yeah. I like
if it's like, oh, you have, 27 rooms in this.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, panic one of those up because
right, yeah.
I don't have that many guests.
Yeah, if I've got home invaders in here and all of a sudden I'm like, shit, I couldn't have made one of these rooms into a panic room.
Hey, maybe when the Jehovah's Witnesses knock on the door too, huh? I'm not home. You go in your panic room.
As you're running into the 16th bathroom. Why did I build so many bathrooms? Tim, what are your general feelings about home remedies? When I say home remedies, you say...
something your grandma told you to do.
Yeah. Oh, so you're kind of equating them with old wives' tales.
No.
Okay.
My grandmother was not old. I think old wives' tales is a sexist statement, Tom.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
that's
what it sounds like.
I don't think you should say it anymore.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. You're the one trying to equate it to home
all
remedies.
I mentioned was my grandmother, a wonderful woman.
Okay. Well, what values did she instill in you about home remedies? Or what home remedies did she maybe pass on to you?
A home remedy,
uh-huh.
The way that I always thought about it was like, hey, you don't need modern medicine. Mm-hmm. You got something in your house that if you got a minor or in some cases major ailment, you can take care of this yourself. Or, if you need to, you can use this also.
Yeah. I always thought of it more as I think when I go to home remedies, it's often when getting other help for something isn't available.
Right.
It's like late at night or like, I don't know, you're sick and you just kind of feel like shit and you're like, what would make me feel better?
You don't have access to medical care.
Yeah. Or you're not at home and you need some kind of something to help. But then when I was reading up about home remedies, it was a lot of stuff that I didn't really consider home remedies, that I'm just like, oh, that's just like a thing.
That's the thing. Like I think one element of home remedies that we both grew up thinking about is like, oh, they're in some way like counterintuitive or like,
right.
Oh, this is weird. You would never guess this. And then like, it's like, if you have a sore throat, drink some tea with lemon in it. It's like, I guess that's a home remedy.
Yeah, but it's like, but also
that's just like or with some honey in it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's like, that just like feels nice and like, it's going to help, but it's not going to cure it. But I wonder if it's because we were talking a little bit right before we started recording that we both grew up with these commercials for this home remedies book.
Yeah, it's called The Doctor's Book of Home Remedies.
Yeah. I'd rather buy The Doctor's Book of Hospital Remedies.
Tom, it has over 670 pages.
I guess the Book of Hospital Remedies would probably be a little over my head.
Well, I think that's like medical textbooks.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
How dare don't talk about my friend Tom like that. I don't think that's over your head.
Yeah, well, Tim, you're always encouraging me to join you in the medical field.
So they sold this book on the TV.
Yeah.
The Doctor's Book of Home Remedies. Thousands of tips and techniques anyone can use to heal everyday health problems.
Mm-hmm. This is back when selling books on TV was running a quarter of the U.S. economy.
Yeah, and they even do that thing like back in the day when they would sell like compilation CDs and they would have that scroll of words saying like the songs. This has a scroll of words telling you of all the ailments.
Oh, yeah,
so
I forgot
allergies, angina. I know what you're thinking. Arthritis, asthma, bladder infections, blisters, blood pressure. You can solve blood pressure.
All right.
Cholesterol, colds, constipation. Need that one, Tom. Corns and calluses, earache, dandruff, eye strain, fatigue. Anyway, it goes through all this. Tendinitis.
It's meant to make you think like, Jesus Christ, I can cancel my health care. This book's going to solve everything. I don't need anything.
And so they sell this. You call up on the phone. There's an 800 number.
Yeah.
I don't know if they say how much it costs.
I'm guessing.
It's probably like $30, right?
Yeah, I know like a big thing at the time was that they would screw you on the shipping and handling. You know, so
that seems like something that you'd know.
That they'd like average. Yeah, because like as a kid, I think I was constantly seeing things on TV or in comic books and magazines.
You were always very in tune to like scams and not like, I don't want to get scammed. More like, I should learn about scams so I could,
no.
I'm a scam scholar.
People know about the shipping and handling. You got to change up the scam now. No, because I was always wanting to order shit, and my parents were always like, "No, that's not actually how much it costs. Like, look at the fine print there.
Right?
It tells you, you've got to wait 6 to 8 weeks, and it's gonna cost you more in shipping than it does for the item."
I ordered something online once, and I got screwed.
Online?
No, on
online.
the phone.
On the phone.
Yeah, like. It was when, like, I was an adult. It was at that first apartment we were roommates in. Just remember, I called up. I forget.
The internet had only been around for 15 years at that point.
No, but it was like something compelling. Like it was probably like 2007, right?
Yeah.
And I called up, and like by the time I got off the phone, I was like, they upsold me like. I got like 3 for the price of 2 of a product that you only needed 1 of for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like,
I vaguely remember this now that you mention it. Because they always have like, and call in the next 10 minutes and we'll double your order.
Yeah, and I was like, but I don't want that.
2 slap chops. And it's like, what the fuck am I going to do with 2 slap chops?
Yeah. Well, 1 will break.
Yeah.
This they threw in a cookbook called Meals That Heal.
Oh, I remember that deal as well.
And you know what the cover is? Waffles.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because, you're probably thinking, broccoli.
Yeah.
And they go, no, waffles.
Yeah. Anyway, this book that you can order from the TV comes with a no-risk 21-day free trial.
Oh, well, that's basically the library.
Yeah, they give you a book for 3 weeks, and then they're like, well, if you don't like it, you copy the ones that you want. Oh, I got arthritis? I'm going to photocopy the arthritis page. Or just write down what the remedy is.
Or just remember it.
Do you remember one of the commercials was like, you'll also learn why never to buy color toilet paper.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, I don't remember
And then
that.
they showed you somebody throwing a roll of pink toilet paper in the garbage.
Oh, wonder what it was. Probably make your ass that color.
Do they still make color toilet paper?
Not that I've seen.
Why
I
do
don't
they ever do
remember
that? Why were the people like, they're going to want pink or baby blue toilet paper?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember ever using that, but now that you mention it, I do vaguely remember that existing. It had to have been 99% of products, especially shit like that, where it's very hard to differentiate, is like some chemical salesman books a meeting and they're like, we have a new chemical that can impregnate wood fibers used for toilet paper. Do you have any applications for this? Mm-hmm. And they're like, and I like this guy. We're gonna license this. We're gonna make blue and pink toilet paper. See what the people think.
Yeah, I think we would occasionally get it in my household.
Wow.
Despite the fact that the TV told me not to.
You would get all A's. I'm trying to remember shit that I've ordered off the phone, but I don't know if I ever actually did. I don't know. I was too impatient and everything would take too long.
Yeah.
But this book, I mean, yeah, 3 weeks with it. I imagine though it had to have been like impossible to send it back. Like there must have not actually been a way to get a refund. And also probably they were sending you a new book every month. Like, here's your new book.
Yeah.
We've just charged you.
I think the mattress podcast, the podcast mattress thing is over, right? Like mattress companies are not
sponsoring podcasts.
Yeah.
It seems like it. I don't hear them as much anymore.
Because like all of those companies were like, you get this no risk. We're going to send this big mattress to your house, and then you get 100 days, and if you don't like it after 100 days, you can return it. It's like, how the fuck am I going to return this mattress? And then I got to find another mattress after I've gotten rid of my old mattress. Like, enough of
they
this.
know that.
Yeah, all right, you got me. I'll sleep on this for the next 11 years at least.
Yeah. Well,
how long have you had your current mattress?
You know what, Tim? I think 4, not that long, but the soon-to-be missus is already talking about getting a new mattress.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe should I get you guys a mattress for your wedding?
Please don't, Tim. See you lugging like a big box up to the
I would
reception area.
I wouldn't wrap it. I just put a big bow on top of it.
Oh, just I'm thinking of the memory foam there, like compressed in a little thing.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna decompress it for you.
Yeah, of course. Well, we were gonna sleep on it that night.
Yeah, hey, it's your wedding night, Tom.
Exactly.
Hey, I want to be the one to give you the mattress.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah. So I'm want to go through some of these strange home remedies that work.
Weird, wild stuff.
Well, guess where I'm getting this from, Tim?
JohnnyCarson.com.
FarmersAlmanac.com. Who else would you trust with this kind of stuff?
Johnny Carson.
Yeah. Was he known for home remedies?
No, he was known for mostly smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, on TV.
Yeah.
Of all places.
He would do that thing where, like, he would smoke them down under his desk.
Uh-huh. Oh, like they'd come back from commercial. He'd be like, waving away the smoke. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
In his later years, Tom, I learned this. He didn't go on TV. Like after he retired, I think he only came on TV like 1 or 2 times.
Uh-huh.
And it was because he got like emphysema and he had to quit smoking. Mm-hmm. And so he stopped smoking and gained a lot of weight and didn't like the way he looked on camera.
Huh. I thought you were going to say he had to like have oxygen or something.
No, I mean, he I think lived on a houseboat because the salt air.
No.
Or like spent a lot of time on a houseboat. Yeah.
Wow. Weird
wild
guy.
Stuff. He's a weird guy.
I was also
you gotta pay tribute to Johnny. Hey, when Johnny waved me over, Tom.
Yeah, it made your career.
Changed my whole life.
Your next 6 months of stand-up shows sold out around the country. Here's, I don't know which of these to read. The first one here is cure cuticle infections with white vinegar. I don't think I've ever gotten a cuticle infection.
Yeah.
Like on your nails.
Oh, yeah. White vinegar does a lot.
But that's just because the pH level, right? Like that's doing
Nobody
half the work.
knows. It's a home remedy.
I think they know.
Science says science can't explain any of these home remedies.
The next one, get rid of hiccups with a spoonful of sugar. Ingesting a teaspoon or 2 of sugar is enough to stimulate the vagus nerve. Not what you're thinking. Which resets it and stops the spasms that cause hiccups.
Do you believe that?
I recently heard a hiccup cure that I tried out today, Tim, and it worked.
Let's hear it.
The hiccup cure is this. You have to tell yourself, say it out loud even, make yourself believe that hiccups don't exist. That it's like a mental construct, that like hiccups just don't.
You know, I I read a book about back pain, which was like, that's how you get rid of chronic back pain.
Maybe it's just how you fix anything. Just pretend it doesn't exist.
That's how I deal with all the problems in my life.
Yeah, and that's how you're such a carefree, laid-back guy.
Yeah. Tom?
Mm-hmm.
I tried, or I learned
Mm-hmm.
a hiccup remedy
Mm-hmm.
that works. And
Okay.
you know who taught it to me?
Who?
My wife. And you know when she taught it to me? The very first time we met.
Wow. Okay. And then
I had the hiccups.
You said, I'm going to
She
marry
was
this
very
woman.
forward because she's like, oh, I know how to cure hiccups.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, you got to take a drink of water. But someone else has to plug your ears while you do it.
Wow.
So she put her hands on my ears.
Wow. That's a second base, third base?
I think that's you're like around like between.
You go back around.
No, it's like between second and third. It's like where the shortstop is.
Okay.
You're on your way to third.
All right. Or you're not caught in a rundown between the two basemen, are you?
I don't know. Like what? It worked. I got rid of my hiccups.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't just because you were so scared that a woman was touching you that the whole scare?
Yeah, might have been.
Yeah.
Tried it on my my 2-year-old son when he had the hiccups. When he gets the hiccups, he just goes, hiccups. He like freaks out. I got to tell him hiccups don't exist.
Yeah, try it. I mean, he's young, and you could probably get away with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. How appropriate is it to gaslight a toddler?
I think it's fine.
Right?
I mean, it depends on what it is.
Because like he was at this birthday party the other day. They gave him a ring pop in his goodie bag.
Yeah.
And he started eating the ring pop.
Poison.
No, he started eating the ring pop, and then he's like, hold on to this. I want it tomorrow. But, like, we knew he wouldn't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we were like, should we throw it out? And I was like, throw it out. If he asks for it tomorrow, we'll just be like,
it melted.
What are you talking about?
Well, that's a little
gaslighting.
I mean, that's gaslighting.
Yeah. But that's a lot easier than being like, it melted. He'll be like, but unmelt it. But if I'm just like, man, I want to help you.
It melted down the drain.
I'd give it to you.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You're talking crazy.
You shouldn't do that to a little kid.
No,
right?
I mean, that's
we decided
different.
against that. We just saved the ring pop.
Like, I guess I wasn't thinking there's a difference between, like, light lying and gaslighting.
And you again finished my sentence with the wrong thing. Tom, we've been doing this show for like 15 fucking years.
What were you gonna say it with?
What?
How were you gonna finish the sentence?
I said like, oh, and I'll tell him the next day, and you were like, oh, it melted.
Yeah.
No, 15 years. You finish every other sentence I say, and it's never the thing that I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you're always changing it. You're always like, now I'm not going to say that. The next one, remove warts with duct tape. Instead of getting your undesirable warts frozen off, just put duct tape. Oh, keep it there for 3 days. Remove, rub it with a pumice stone, and then reapply new tape. Repeat until they are completely gone.
I feel like you could do that without the tape.
No, you know what it is? Duct tape is an inexpensive way to suffocate the skin virus and remove those unsightly warts. It's been a Farmer's Almanac tip for years. I didn't know that.
Guy, Tom?
No.
I used to have a wart on my finger. I don't know where it went. I remember I shook like an acquaintance's hand in like 9th grade. He's like, what, do you got a wart on your finger? I was like, yeah. He's like, that sucks.
It probably wasn't a wart then. It was probably something else.
No, I had it for like a year.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were saying like you had it for like a decade and then it disappeared.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know about warts.
Didn't know. I don't know anything about warts. I was about to say I didn't know that they're a skin virus.
Mm-hmm.
Tip number 4.
Makes sense though. Farmers are onto something.
Beet constipation.
Okay, I've never been constipated.
Beet spelled B-E-E-T.
Oh, with beets?
Yeah. The natural soluble fiber in beetroot is your colon's best friend.
Do you like beets?
No. Eat some fresh steamed beets, then drink the water they were steamed in. Be warned, the natural dye in the beets might cause your stools and urine to be bright red.
Yeah, that's the scariest thing in the world when you've eaten beets and you didn't know that. And then you
pee.
go down for your morning poop and you're like,
I'm dying.
Yeah, right? Because that would be the scariest thing, right? Blood in the stool is like the scariest of all the ailments. Because you're like, something's really wrong.
No, because you could have like hemorrhoids and that can cause blood in the stool.
No, but you know when it's hemorrhoids. I've never had hemorrhoids. I don't know what hemorrhoids really are. Just like...
Go ahead, take a guess. I'm not going to finish your sentence, then. You tell me what they are. Yes, we're all waiting.
It's just like a butt stuff, right?
Yeah, Tim, it's butt stuff.
Okay.
Potatoes for bug bites.
Ooh, wait, hold on. I want to hear this.
Raw potato. Do you think I'm talking over the guy who's reading this stuff?
It kind of feels that way sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking to the me that's reading, not the me that's going to like interject.
Yeah. You often interject into your own sentences and often disagree with what you're saying.
I know.
Yeah.
It's confusing. Well, I'm not writing this. I'm just the messenger here. Raw potatoes are claimed to have anti-itch and anti-inflammatory properties, perfect for relief from a bug bite. Create a potato poultice by grating a peeled potato and putting the shreds into a thin piece of cloth. Secure the contents with a rubber band and apply the poultice to your clean bite until the potato is dry. Clean the area with warm water. Reapply with fresh poultice until the symptoms have subsided.
All these things, Tom, is just like put something on this and then just keep fucking doing it over and over again.
Keep doing it until it's fixed or you're dead.
Yeah, it feels like maybe the bug bite would just go away on its own, though.
Yeah.
This is just to like keep you occupied.
It's a little misleading too, because the picture is like whole potatoes and a potato cut in half, and I'm thinking, oh, can you just slice a potato in half and like rub it on a bug bite? Now, like that's handy, but it's like, oh, I have to like fucking grate it into hash browns before I do that.
But you know what the thing is? Afterwards,
no, you can't. It's on your bug bites.
No, it's in a cloth.
Yeah, but stuff's getting through the cloth.
No, it goes the other way from the potato.
I don't know. I think there's an osmosis. There's an exchange.
For me, Tom, I don't like food waste, so I use all my bug bite hash browns in my next day's breakfast.
Yeah, you have to put any ketchup on them. It's all the blood.
What kind of bug bites do you have?
I got bit like crazy by bugs the other night.
So did I.
Out of nowhere.
I got bit by bugs crazy the other night too. But like 20 minutes later, they were all gone. The bug bites.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like I was out walking Ginger, and it was 9:00 or whatever. And I was only out there for 10 minutes. I came back in. I'm like, why am I so itchy? But then it did go away.
Maybe you have fleas.
No, because it went away. And whenever I have fleas they don't go away.
Yeah.
I think the closest I've ever gotten to this is using aloe for a sunburn, like actual aloe, like from a plant.
Oh.
I remember coming back from the beach once, and I was like horrifically sunburned. It was like nothing's open. And
you've gotten horrifically sunburned a few times.
Yeah, I'm Irish. Like I get horrifically sunburned.
Yeah, but you didn't put sunscreen on.
I know, and I'm also stupid.
Remember that time we all went to Myrtle Beach and you got really sunburned?
No, that was Chris.
Oh, Chris got really sunburned.
Yeah, no, I did not get really sunburned that time. No, I mean, this wasn't like terrible, but it was like bad enough that it freaking hurt. And I realized everything was closed, but I realized, the supermarket next door sells aloe leaves in the produce department. Mm-hmm. I can just crack one of them babies open, and it worked great. It was like so slippery and slimy, but hey, it worked.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want a slimy sunburn remedy.
Number 6.
You should be a farmer for the Farmer's Almanac.
I should be a pharmacist, a farming pharmacist.
Right.
Comes up with my own remedies, like using aloe for something bothering your skin.
First got to think of that.
Number 6, drunken raisins for joint pain relief. It claims that my grandparents have sworn by this trick. The vitamins from golden raisins mixed with the inflammatory effects of the juniper berries used to make gin have shown to help reduce swelling and ease arthritis pain. Soak golden raisins in gin overnight and eat 10 daily. Huh. Yeah.
I'll do that. I got a lot of golden raisins at
Do
my
you?
house. Yeah. We're very rich. I eat my golden raisins in my panic room.
What is it? Just the colors different, or
they're golden, Tom.
Yeah, but
the raisins I have are gold plated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not solid gold.
No,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I mean, there must be they must be different types of grapes if they're saying you have to use this one.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right.
I don't notice a difference in the taste because I don't eat raisins.
No, not at all.
No, I don't really like raisins.
Why not? They're great. I bet your son likes them, right?
Yeah, that's why we got them.
Yeah.
Drops them on the floor. I'm not going to eat them.
Number 7, banana peels for poison ivy relief.
Ooh, banana peels for
be
getting
careful.
high, too. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying slipping on them.
Oh, yeah.
They could cause a broken neck. Rubbing the inside of a banana peel against poison ivy may provide some itch relief. They can also shine your shoes.
Whoa, all right.
Hello, sir. Have a seat. I'll shine your shoe. That's the banana talking.
This is going to sound ignorant, Tom.
But was that real?
Well, what I was going to say is like, I don't think poison ivy is actually a thing. I've never gotten it.
Jesus. Yeah, that's incredibly ignorant, Tim. Of course it's a thing. You haven't gotten it because you don't go like marching into, poison ivy patches.
You don't know where I've been marching my whole life. You've
No,
been watching me march
You-
around all my...
I've seen you like
40
hike
years.
and stuff. And
Yeah.
you go on trails. You don't go off the trails. I think poison ivy is like easy enough to avoid. Like
Yeah, I don't think anybody actually gets poison ivy.
You've never seen somebody with poison
Okay, maybe
ivy?
this
It's
is
gross.
maybe then this is my ignorant. If you get poison ivy, you deserve it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily disagree. I've never gotten it because I don't deserve it, and God
Yeah.
looks out for me, protects me.
Exactly. So, like, you don't deserve to even have the banana. You don't even deserve to eat the banana ensconced in the peel, let alone have the peel. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Stay away from
Poison ivy. Number 8.
Which, again, may or may not exist.
Celery for bad breath.
Mm.
Chewing on a celery stick or apple can help dissipate bad breath. The rich fiber content helps increase saliva production, which helps wash away bacteria causing food particles and plaque that can cause bad breath. That sounds like the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, I'm sure technically it does do that, but that's not going to actually
Just
fix
brush
bad
your
breath.
goddamn teeth.
Tim, the next one you might be interested in. Yams for hot flashes.
Mm.
Yams are not only yummy, they're good for hot flashes. But this is the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, just like eat them. And it's like, I'm not looking for like foods that are rich in some type of thing that will, like, if I eat them regularly, it will help this overall.
Right.
I'm looking for
A quick fix.
a real quick fix. Yeah, the next one, nettles for hair loss. Serving up a cup of stinging nettle tea is a long-standing remedy for hair loss. Simply pour boiling water over 4 to 6 nettle leaves in a mug and enjoy. But they're not saying, yeah, take a big swig of it and go look in the mirror. You got a full head of hair again. No, you got to do it a bunch of times.
But this is the kind of shit that I like.
Oh, you do like this one.
Well, the ones that are like, you go get some prickly things and make a tea out of it. Like, you know, everything else
They're
is
not
like,
actually like prickly, I don't think.
No?
No.
What are nettles?
They look like this, I think. Just like like a leaf, you know? Like
well, then why are they stinging nettles?
I don't know, Tim. They're edible. They're fine.
Yeah, okay. It also reduces inflammation, treats enlarged prostate symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
It may treat hay fever.
Hey.
It may lower your blood pressure. Good one. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's fine. But like, I'm looking for a remedy. I've got a problem today. The boss is coming over for dinner. And I've got to cure my hay fever, or I've got to get rid of this poison
maybe
ivy.
Nettles. I don't think they're like drinking nettles every day to prevent ever getting hay fever.
I mean, that I would do that if that worked. If it prevents something, then that's it. Like if somebody told me, hey, if you drink this type of tea every day, like you'll never get sick. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll do that.
Right. What if it's just a placebo?
It's fine.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Remove splinters with baking soda.
Well, this I want to hear.
This actually, because I had a splinter recently, and boy, Tim, it was a real humdinger. I had a lot of trouble getting this one out.
You know what? When I get a splinter at my age,
I think they're making them different.
I think of nothing else. I can't rest. When I was younger, when I was a kid, I'd get a splinter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like,
your parents were always like, let me get that out of here.
It's like, that's fine. I'm going about my day.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. I had one recently.
Absorb into my body or whatever will happen, and it will all go on. It's fine.
I had that happen when I was a kid. I stepped on, apparently, like a big thorn or something. And it came out of my foot like later.
Huh?
Like
how? Like giving birth?
Yeah, like it went all like I stepped on it and it must have just gone like completely inside my foot. Mm-hmm. I probably was like, ow, and looked at my foot, but there was nothing there and I went about my day.
Right.
And then some amount of time later, like all of a sudden there was
pussed out.
No, there was just like a bump growing in my foot, like more and more, and it got concerning to the point where like my mom took me to the doctor, and the doctor was like, oh, I know what this is. This is a splinter, and like broke the skin and pulled it out.
Whoa.
Yeah. And it was like, yeah, I have no idea where that came from. I'm glad it worked its way out though.
Well, if only you had known about the baking soda remedy.
Yeah, which I didn't even read yet. Rather than digging around with tweezers or, going to the doctor months later, apply a baking soda paste to help swell the skin and draw the splinter to the surface. Mix a small amount baking soda and water to form a paste. Apply to the area, cover with the bandage. You're not going to like this part, Tim. About 24 hours later, the splinter should protrude enough to be able to pull it out easily with tweezers. If no luck, repeat.
Yeah, nice try.
These
farmers are trying to make us look the fool, Tom.
Yeah.
We'll do something over and over again. Eventually it'll work. These farmers are laughing at us.
If your shit doesn't work, I'm trying somebody else's home remedy, or I'm going to the emergency room. Number 12, alleviate headaches with a foot soak. Soaking your feet in hot water is an age-old trick for helping your head feel better. A hot water foot bath helps to draw blood to your feet, easing the pressure on the blood vessels in your head. That does make sense.
None of that is true.
No, that makes sense. That the blood's going to your feet instead, and that would help your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not like, you know what I bet it is? I bet this is the type of home remedy that for like certain types of headaches, like works amazing.
Right.
And probably makes people swear by it. But, other types of headaches, maybe it doesn't help as much.
How would you go about doing this? Would you just would you sit on the edge of the bathtub for a little while?
Yeah, probably. Because I don't have like a foot bath or anything like that. Yeah, if you
got a really big bowl. You don't want to put your feet in the salad bowl, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't have a bucket, but I've been meaning to get a bucket for years.
I'm shocked that you don't have a bucket.
Right?
Yeah.
And there have been so many times where it would come in handy.
Yeah.
For example, if I ever have a headache.
Oh. Well, speaking of wedding gifts.
A mattress and a bucket.
Yeah. His and her buckets. This would be instead of the mattress, Tom.
Oh, okay. Number 13, aspirin. And I was reading this. I'm like, oh, for a headache? Yeah, no duh. For dandruff relief?
What?
And again, this I like. This one made me go, all right. Because they're not talking about using...
Because you got a ton of dandruff?
No, because they're not talking about, like, okay, take aspirin every day. And it'll... No, they're talking about making shampoo out of aspirin.
Wow. Do you think that's what Selsun Blue is?
Tim, they say aspirin contains the same active ingredients, salicylic acid, as many medicated dandruff shampoos. Probably, for example, Selsun Blue.
Or you could just buy the dandruff shampoo and not have to make your own
why
out of
not
aspirin.
add 1 teaspoon of crushed aspirin to your regular shampoo, suds up, and leave it in for 5 or 10 minutes?
Oh, okay. It didn't occur to me. I thought you had to like
do it over
do all
time.
the rest of the stuff too. Like it didn't. I didn't know that you could just add it to your shampoo. That they're like also create a base shampoo.
Yeah. No, but I mean that's like a great tip if you have dandruff and so you got like a big meeting and you're traveling for work and you forget your dandruff shampoo, being able to just what?
This is just a very, very specific situation.
But I'm telling you, there's somebody listening to this right now that's going to be like, oh, I forgot my Selsun Blue, but the big meeting's today. Wait a minute. I remember Tom telling me I could just like crush up a couple of aspirin, rub that in my shampoo, and that will take care of it.
Yeah.
I owe that man.
Oh no, all my
everything.
charts. They screwed up my charts. All the arrows were supposed to go up, but now they're going down.
Look, that I can't help with.
Yeah, there's no home remedy for that, my friend.
You got to go through your deck before you start presenting. Number 14, vodka for smelly feet. It's one of those things.
You drink so much vodka, you don't care that your feet stink
Well,
anymore.
it's another one that I like because it's not about drinking
It's about
it.
soaking your feet. You're a real foot guy.
No. It's put it in a spray bottle and spritz your shoes with it. But then they say if you'd rather mix up a drink with vodka, rubbing alcohol can be used instead. How about rubbing alcohol is cheaper and easier to acquire? So why don't you use that?
Yeah.
And then your shoes are going to smell like rubbing alcohol instead of fucking vodka, which people are going to think you threw up on your shoes the night before and didn't clean them well. Strawberries for whiter teeth. I don't know why I'm saying them like questions. It makes it more viral.
We're going so viral with this one.
Strawberries have malic acid, a tooth whitening ingredient.
Yeah, right.
Crush up a fresh strawberry to a pulp, then mix it with a teaspoon of baking soda. Spread it on your teeth, leave it for 5 minutes, and then rinse. Strawberries also have sugar, so brush them afterwards. This one, how is this a home remedy? Ease tinnitus with nature sounds. Okay. like is your...
Well, tinnitus can be...
Because you don't want it to be completely quiet, right? Because then it bothers you more.
Tom, you don't understand the effects of tinnitus. It caused Perry Farrell,
yeah,
to punch Dave Navarro on stage.
Is that he claimed it was because of the tinnitus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know about this?
Yeah, of course I saw all
Jane's
this.
Addiction reunion. His thing was, or his wife was like, he has tinnitus, and he became increasingly frustrated because the band was playing so loud on stage, and it was drowning him out. It's like, Dave Navarro's not like turning his guitar up.
Yeah,
they do a sound check. They're like,
yeah, that's not him doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
and also like, I'm sure they have in-ear monitors.
Yeah.
They're on a major rock and roll tour.
Yeah, I heard that he had been upset that he was like too low in the mix.
Right.
And that makes a lot more sense to me. And it was like he's low in the mix because it doesn't sound good.
But also,
And
that has nothing
mad.
to do with Dave Navarro.
I can see it
The
if
guitarist.
they like talked about all this beforehand, if this is like
Yeah.
a recurring problem and Dave Navarro was like, no, it's fixed this time. And you know, and
Perry
Perry,
Farrell was just trying to go, oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They were trying to do the Entourage song for
Mm-hmm.
I think they open and do the encore with that.
Yeah.
18, Listerine for blisters. Listerine for blistering?
Yeah.
Great at battling blisters because it kills germs, basically. So if you got a blister, you can put a little Listerine on it.
Ooh, I bet it goes when you do it.
Yeah, it probably hurts, but
Yeah.
but sometimes that's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice hurt. Garlic for athlete's foot fungus.
Athlete's foot isn't a thing.
I mean, it is, but I think it's like if you've got
It was a much
it,
bigger deal in the 80s, I think.
it's a bigger deal in the 80s. I think socks didn't breathe as well back then.
Yeah.
And I don't know, people probably just like let things go longer. But I feel like athlete's foot. It's like you let that go, right?
I guess. I don't know.
It's like you got moisture in there, and
It's
you
like
didn't.
hiccups or back pain.
Yeah, I think I've had athlete's foot when I was like doing sports when I was an athlete, when I was doing sports in high school.
I don't know what athlete's foot is.
I think it's just like if you get too much like moisture and bacteria grows, and then it's hard to get rid of.
Well, just shower regularly.
Or mince up some garlic cloves, mix them with olive oil, and dab it onto the area, being sure to get in between your toes.
I'd rather make a big Italian dinner with that. Olive oil and garlic.
You can use it afterwards, Tim.
Yeah, that's true.
Just have a little bowl underneath your feet.
Scrape it off your fungus foot. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're in a situation where you can't get to tough-acting Tinactin and you got to figure out your own solution.
You got a big track meet the next day.
Yeah.
You're on the road.
Well,
You forgot your
even
Tinactin
if you
at
don't,
home.
you know, you got a big business meeting. And
You can do a business meeting with athletes, but they won't notice.
they will if you keep itching your foot. And then the last one, treat acne with coconut oil. Been around since the 1800s. Coconut oil contains lauric acid, which has antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral properties. Just rub it on your skin and then rinse it off.
I'll tell you, a friend of the show, Dan, again. Do you remember? I don't think I'm telling tales out of school. I think he might have mentioned this when he was on. He recorded an episode with us, but he came very late. And he's like, sorry, guys. I was at my hotel room, and I decided to cover my whole body with coconut oil.
Yeah.
And then I was just slipping around.
Yeah,
I couldn't get it off.
get it
I
off.
tried taking a shower. I just kept slipping in the bathroom, and I was afraid I was
Yeah.
going to hit my head and die.
I think he had like used it for something recently and was like, "Oh, this is great! Like I should try this on everything. It probably like make me feel really good and relaxed." And yeah, you gotta be careful.
Because how do you get it off without
Yeah.
slipping in a hotel bathroom, hitting your head, and dying?
Yeah, and you know, you ask anybody at a hotel, they've seen it a million times. If you like the show, you can find out more at tcgte.com. You can find links to our subreddit, our Discord, our Patreon there. But you can also find our Patreon at patreon.com/complete guide, where you get episodes of Books to Podcasts. Tim, you're still reading Player Piano by Kurt Von E. Gut.
How dare you?
And it's good.
It's called, his name is Kurt Boney Butt.
Oh boy.
He did have a bony butt. We'll get into his this week. We're reading more of Player Piano, but we're talking more about Kurt Vonnegut's life.
Yes.
It turns out Mr. Vonnegut had a bony butt.
Yeah, well, probably from sitting in that chair writing so much.
Yeah.
You can hear that and all the old episodes of Books of Podcast, patreon.com/complete guide. You know what I was going to say too, Tim? We do this on Books of Podcast a lot. We ask people to sound off in the comments because Patreon has comments, which is great. Like, honestly, one of the best.
Well, let's get the Reddit going again.
That's what I was gonna say. Let's for people listening to this, do it on our subreddit. I want to
Reddit.com/r/complete guide.
I think it might be TCGT.
Oh, right. TCGT.
You can find it from our website, tcgt.com. But I want to hear.
You're right. TCGT.
I want to hear people's home remedies.
Yeah.
Like that is a thing that I don't know. Certain things, like I don't want to hear about like other people's dreams and stuff and like their problems, like their office politics at work. But like I've always got time for hearing people's home remedies, right?
Famously. Yeah.
No, it's like if somebody's got a home remedy, I want to hear it. I might not believe it. I might immediately scoff at it, but I'm always interested in them.
Yeah, I don't really want to hear anything from anybody.
Yeah, I wonder why people aren't sounding off on the subreddit, Tim.
No, I'm just kidding. I love everybody. Do it. Complain about how my politics might be wrong.
Oh, is that somebody said that on there?
We made one too many jokes.
Or we or you?
Mostly you. You talk about Joe Brandon a lot.
I'm not the one who said that just now.
I know, but you say it all the time, and then
his name's Joe Biden, Tim. He's the president.
This guy.
I know you think he's not the president
because I said something that made this guy think that maybe all the times we say Joe Brandon quote wasn't a joke,
right?
And I had to clarify, and also I said like this is why we shouldn't even bring up politics until the last 1 minute of the.
You're the
podcast.
one bringing up Joe Brandon all the time. You're always telling me, you see what he did this time. See what he's up to now?
Well, and what's the next? What's the
punchline?
What's the punchline?
I ask you, and then you go, "Oh boy, if you don't know, I don't even know where to begin." Telling you,
you had something you wanted to say.
No,
and you stopped yourself, or like.
No, I had something I wanted to say before all of this, and I'm like trying to remember what that was. But I completely forget what it was.
Patreon.com/complete guide. And also sound off in the comments on reddit.com/r/TCGTE.
Yeah, with your home remedies.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
And your home address.
Oh, my question
and
for
send
you.
us a self-addressed stamped envelope.
My closing question for you, and maybe I asked this in the beginning, but like, are you the kind of guy that like you go for a home remedy first? Like if something's bothering you, or you like, let me see what the home remedy is.
I don't address anything.
All right. We'll
Do
see
you?
Next week.
That was a HeadGum podcast.